The Twins will take on the Tampa Bay Rays for the final time this year, and along the way, the Twins hope to end a little three-game losing streak. A couple of hot hitters for these two teams. For the Rays, B.J. Upton with 2 home runs last night. He's driven in 5 runs in the series. He was one of the key bats for them down the stretch last year. Looks like he might be ready to do it again this year. Justin Morneau with a couple of hits last night, and since June 29th, he's been one of baseball's best. And good Sunday afternoon to you from Target Field. Dick and Bert with you for the series finale. The Twins have had a couple of disappointing starts so far in this series. That's where Scott Diamond comes in, because he has been among the league's best.
Yeah, it really has. What Scott Diamond's been able to do since he's been called up in early May is throw a lot of complete starts. His last 3 starts, look at the ERA at 1.93. Scott Diamond, a guy that uses all his pitches, both sides of the plate. It'll be fun to watch him pitch here this afternoon against a very good hitting ball club in the Tampa Bay Rays.
The task doesn't get much easier for the Twins. They were pretty much handcuffed by David Price last night. And now they'll get another Tampa Bay ace, James Shields, today.
Yeah, James Shields, there was talk about James Shields going to be traded, and I think it affected his play. But over his last 2 starts, since he is now a Ray for the rest of the season, 2-0, he's allowed only 1 walk and 17 strikeouts in his last 2 starts, a shutout and an 8-inning performance.
Well, the Twins have not only not won so far in this series, they have not had a lead against the Rays in this series. They'll try to turn that all around here and get off to a better start. Ron Gardenhire will talk about that when we come back. Northland Ford dealers. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or go to northlandford.com. By Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Budweiser, official beer of the thirst inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some Buds.
Fans cruising in from Target Plaza in the Target Field for the series finale between the Twins and the Rays on Fox Sports North. I'm Robbie Mikowski. Well, the Twins have dropped the first 2 games of the series in large part because of slow starts by the pitching early in the game, or you could say a fast start by the Tampa Bay offense. 11 of their 16 runs this series have come in the first 2 innings in the past 2 games. It has come right off the bat. Last night, Desmond Jennings' first pitch takes it in for a hit, and that's followed by 2 home runs. Matt Joyce has homered in the first inning of each of the last 2 ball games in this series. So, with that in mind, I went to manager Ron Gardenhire and asked him, are there any adjustments you might make early on facing this Tampa Bay offense that is swinging early and swinging often?
You know, right out of the get-go, the first 2 days, they've jumped on us early. So it's quality pitches early in the game. I think Blackie, as he went along, started making adjustments and sunk the ball. But early in the game, obviously, if you're just trying to pound the strike zone, strike 1, strike 2, they're going to get you. They come out aggressive, and they've gotten us a couple times. So it's an eye-opener, one of those situations. We'll see how the first pitch goes today. If they hit that rascal, then we really didn't do our job.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that rascal, that first pitch that Ron Gardenhire referred to, go into the dirt. Maybe the first couple pitches go into the dirt today when it comes off the hand of Scott Diamond, who takes to the mound. He leads the team in wins, leads the team in ERA. We'll see what Scott Diamond has today. He'll face James Shields as his mound opponent, and the first pitch is coming up next on Fox Sports North.
Afternoon brought to you by Menards. Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, Ben Zobrist, Evan Longoria, Jeff Keppinger, Carlos Pena, Ryan Roberts, Sean Rodriguez, and Jose Lobaton.
And let's get Peggy Imhoff a happy birthday win here. Happy birthday to Peggy Imhoff.
She's the matron of the press box.
Yes, she is. On her 74th birthday, it'll be Scott Diamond looking for win number 11 on the year, making his first career appearance against the Tampa Bay Rays. And Scott Diamond, what the big plus, 6 of the 10 wins have come here at Target Field, where he has been outstanding. 6-2 with a 2.44 ERA in 10 starts so far this year.
Twins out in the field have Ryan Doman in left and Art Span in center, Ben Revere in right. Jamie Carroll, Brian Dozier, Alexi Casilla, Justin Morneau around the infield, and Joe Mauer behind the plate. Twins have lost 3 in a row, haven't had a lead at any point in the 3 games. You see 67 degrees and cloudy skies, but we don't expect much in the way of precipitation, so we should be, although the skies won't be clear, we expect to have clear sailing.
Yeah, Scott Diamond facing a club that's pretty hot right now. They've won 5 in a row and 8 out of their last 10, the Tampa Bay Rays. And our GMC keys to the game for Scott Diamond: continue his game plan. Work in and out, work the corners, change speeds. That's what he's all about. Scott Diamond has worked 114 1/3 innings. He has walked only 16, and 2 of them intentionally, with 62 strikeouts. So he makes them put a ball into play, and this is a very important pitch right here. The first pitch to Desmond Jennings. Last couple nights, first pitch, a double and a base hit. See what Diamond does against him.
Throw it to the backstop. Up out of the strike zone, ball 1.
All right, we're already better off than we were the last 2 days.
Well, the first pitch and the first inning important for Diamond. The Twins have given up at least 1 first inning run in 5 straight games. It's over for a strike, 1-1. Jennings, Upton, and Zobrist here in the first inning.
Yeah, the Twins need to win some games here, not only for the home crowd, but against the Rays. The Rays have seemed to enjoy Target Field. This is their 13th time here at Target Field, and they've beaten the Twins 9 of the 13 or 12 times. So Joe Maddon, the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, has had some success here in his 7th season as manager of the Rays.
And flip foul, still 1-2. Diamond has been so good, and his ERA now 6th in the American League. He finally has accumulated enough innings pitched to be among the league leaders. 1-2 to Jennings. Hit hard to left field, and it's another first inning run. Jennings with a home run on a 1-2 pitch.
Well, one thing Diamond has been able to do is keep the ball in the ballpark, but not on that pitch right there. Jennings hitting his 9th home run of the year. And on the 5th pitch of the ball game, the Rays put a run on the board. So he didn't swing at the first pitch. He swung at the 5th pitch, a breaking ball. And you see the location, and that's what we've shown the last couple days. The starters have left too many balls over the plate.
Weak little pop-up to Casilla, and Upton going after the first pitch is the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Ben Zobrist. Jennings has some pop in his bat. He's one of just 4 guys who's taken Justin Verlander deep twice in 1 game. And he's just taken Diamond deep. Dave Martinez probably should be managing someplace. Dave Martinez is on a lot of lists of future major league managers. 1 strike to Zobrist.
Yeah, good baseball man. And he's learning from a very good man, too, in Joe Maddon.
That's what I think we'll see now with Maddon and Bud Black and so many people coming out from underneath Mike Scioscia's umbrella to manage clubs. Now I think we'll start seeing
Ron Renneke,
another one. I think now we'll see some of Joe Maddon's disciples getting jobs here real soon. 2 strikes to Zobrist. Pulled foul.
Well, Zobrist 2 nights ago had a terrible night at the plate. He hit into 3 double plays, and then yesterday's ball game picked up 3 hits in 4 at bats. A switch hitter, Ben Zobrist, hitting .273 as a right-handed hitter. 3 of his 12 home runs coming from this side of the plate. Zobrist in his 7th season with the Rays.
And that's outside, 1-2. 2-2. Now Diamond, as we said, 6th in the league in earned run average. As much as this has been a disappointing season, the Twins have some individuals that are among the league's best. Diamond and ERA. Twins have 2 hitters in the top 10 in hitting now with Ben Revere. Willingham on the leaderboard for home runs and runs batted in.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive, even though it's been a disappointing season. Diamond coming off a very good start in his last start in Cleveland. Got a lot of run support in the Twins' victory over the Indians, but Scott worked 7 innings. He gave up only 2 earned runs.
Off his pitching hand, picked up by Casilla. And Morneau with a nice backhanded pick, but he's called safe. I don't know whether Morneau didn't control the ball. It looked like the throw got there in time, and now Diamond going to get some attention because he stuck his pitching hand out to deflect that pitch.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, but right here, bang bang play at first base. Justin picks it. And we saw that call last night. 1 go the Rays way, 1 against the Twins. But take a look at that short hop.
He's out.
Yeah, he's out. Great play by Casilla, but to no avail.
And Scott Diamond ready to go on with the game. Ron Gardenhire near the Twins on deck circle.
Yeah, might have just tipped his fingers, and that's the biggest thing. Is you don't want to. It's the way that you kind of put your hand out there. You want to open your hand up and try to knock it down. Watch Diamond's reaction. Might have got the top of his pointer finger.
Remember, a couple of starts ago, he took a line drive off of both thighs and had to leave the ball game. So now Longoria with a runner at first and 1 away.
Get a ground ball right here. 20 double plays turned behind Scott Diamond this year.
Down and away, ball 1.
Longoria bothered by that hamstring injury. Partially torn left hamstring. Just activated about 5 days ago.
Tapper foul. You know, when you think that Diamond has pitched coming into the game just 114 and a third innings, and then you factor in 20 ground ball double plays, that's almost 2 per 9 inning pitch.
Well, you think 114 in, he leads the staff in innings pitched with 114, and he didn't get called up until the first week in May.
1-1 to Longoria, the Rays designated hitter. There's a ground ball double play.
There we go.
With Longoria just gingerly jogging down the line. Diamond gets his 21st ground ball double play, but it's another first inning run for the other guys. deficit and pick up a win here this afternoon. The Menards batting order has spanned back in the starting lineup, back in center field. Ben Revere, Joe Mauer, Josh Willingham, the designated hitter, Justin Morneau, Ryan Doman, Alexi Casilla, Brian Dozier, and Jamie Carroll.
And for the second time this year, the Twins will be facing James Shields, making his 24th start. He pitched against the Twins back in April in Tampa Bay. He beat Carl Pavano and the Twins 4-1 in that ball game. Last couple starts we showed you in the pregame, he has been red hot. 2-0. He's allowed only 1 run over his last 17 innings. He's making his 11th career start against the Twins.
Span, Revere, and Mauer to get things started. And strike on the outside corner. The one thing you normally get from Shields, even though he's been very good the last couple of starts, you usually get base runners. He gives up a lot of hits. In fact, he has given up 161 hits, and the major league leader, Ivan Nova, has given up 165. So,
yeah, then you throw in the 45 walks that he's had. So, yeah, there are a lot of base runners.
Chopper to the right side. Span's having a tough time getting the ball out of the infield these days. 1 down.
A good sinker right there. Good location by Shields.
The Rays in the field. Jennings, Upton, and Zobrist. The infielders Keppinger, Rodriguez, Roberts, and Pena. And Lobaton behind the plate.
You know, Shields' name was mentioned in trade talks for probably 3 or 4 weeks. So, you know, you look at the month of June, he had some starts. He didn't pitch real well. Tough to concentrate, I think, when your name is always mentioned. And then on July 31st, trading deadline, it didn't happen. He ends up pitching a 3-hit shutout against the Oakland A's in Oakland. And then his last start in Tampa, pitched a very good game against the Toronto Blue Jays.
1-0 to Revere. And a strike on the outside corner.
Well, he's a guy that Shields is a guy that signed with the Rays back in 2000, and this is his 7th season.
You know, when we've seen him, whether it's been spring training, some of the telecasts, or during the regular season, you know, he kind of a Roy Halladay type of guy. At least he's always struck me that way. He pitches a lot of innings. He will pitch 120, where most guys will be limited to 100 pitches per outing.
That's why, you know, they have David Price, who, you know, he had 101 pitches. He could have went one more, but, you know, that last night, you know, he's a guy that Joe Madden, Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, will let go 115, 120 pitches. Shields the same way. They have 2 really good workhorses.
And so you think of that now, and we've talked about how good their bullpen is. It's probably not a coincidence that they've got starters that pitch deeper into the ball game than the norm, and that freshens up the bullpen and helps them be more effective. Full count, and Revere lifts it foul into the seats.
I think we saw that a little bit with that 3-game series here in Cleveland, and then they went on the road and they won 3 out of 4 in Boston. Starters were pitching deeper. I think the bullpen was fresher, of course, and they carried that into Cleveland. And it just so happened now that you know, last couple games the Rays have jumped on the Twin starters early.
Another 3-2 to Ben Revere. Bouncer to short. Rodriguez fires on the run. 2 away.
Shields has always had pretty good control. Not an overpowering fastball, 92, 93. Not like Price's 97, 98, but he'll mix in a very good circle changeup, a curveball, and then a cut fastball.
Here's the catcher, Joe Mauer. Revere 3rd in the American League in hitting. Mauer 5th. Just 2 points behind Revere. Mike Trout leading the American League at 344. And Cabrera at 322. Revere, Austin Jackson, and Joe Mauer.
Joe, very good numbers against Shields. 10 hits in 25 at-bats. And Shields falls behind on a guy that has had good success against him. Shields over his career against the Twins, 4 wins, 2 losses, an ERA about 4.24.
And
here in Minnesota, 1-2 record.
A strike, 2-1. Shields, their opening day starter again this year. He'd had that honor 3 years in a row. David Price, their opening day starter in 2011. Hit hard to center. Upton makes the catch. So Bauer gets it out of the infield. Upton with the catch. And Shields has a 1-2-3 first inning.
Here with one of the newest food items you can get here at Target Field on the concourse. It's the baked potato bar. And Dick and Bird, I am holding the taco baked potato, which features some taco meat, some cheese, sour cream, and salsa, all on a gigantic baked potato that weighs about, I don't know, maybe a pound or 2 pounds. So one of the delicacies you can get down the right field line, section 101. They also have a sweet baked potato with maple butter and pecan. So it's a pretty cool thing. And if you guys ever make your way out of the booth, which you probably won't, make sure you check this out. One of the pretty cool food items.
Well, bring it up here, Robbie.
Okay,
bring it up here.
I'll bring it up there. No problem.
Sounds like there's plenty enough for all of us.
Yes.
There.
It's big enough. It's definitely big enough for all of you.
Jeff Keppinger will lead things off in the second inning now. The subject of baked potatoes. Do you eat the skin?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do too. To me, that's the best part.
Yes.
I love eating the whole potato. Keppinger, Pena, and Roberts.
A lot of viewers out there, I'm sure, do too.
1-1. Twins with the highest starter team ERA in baseball. That was a deep drive to left. Dolman back at the wall. It's gone. A home run for Keppinger and another leadoff home run.
Well, the Rays hit 3 home runs in last night's ball game. They hit 1 home run here a couple nights ago. They have their home run hitting shoes on. Like a change-up up. Something off speed at 87 miles an hour. And Diamond giving up another home run. His 12th of the year.
So 2-0, and Carlos Pena will hit.
Only twice this season, Diamond has given up 2 home runs in a ball game.
Ball 1. In last night's game, Nick Blackburn settled down after a rough start. It was 4-0 pretty quickly. But his mound opponent was so tough that pretty much decided the game. Diamond needs to be careful here that the Rays don't keep adding on runs because of his mound opponent today.
Yeah, Pena having a frustrating year average-wise, hitting 194 coming into this ball game. But I got him last night. He walked his first at-bat. Then he hit 3 hard line drive outs and really had nothing to show for it.
dribbled up the line. He really has struggled against left-handers, hitting just 162, and he's retired here, 1 away. And that'll bring up Ryan Roberts.
Robertson, just his 15th game for the Rays, started the season with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Rays made a trade for him on July 25th.
Fouled off his foot. 1 strike. Diamondbacks hanging in there at 500. They're 9.5 games back in the wild card. But really, the number that fans should look at because of the second wild card team is how far back are teams from the second wild card spot. Because if you can get into second place in the wild card standings, you're in the playoffs.
And I should also follow Jason Kubel. Kubel having a very good year. Good pitch there.
In the American League, it's a fascinating mess.
Yeah. Remember, 2 teams will get the opportunity to go to postseason and play each other.
And a strikeout of Roberts, out number 2.
Diamond picking up his first strikeout.
Coming up later today on Fox Sports North, join Tom Brokaw for Boys in the Hall, the personal stories of some of baseball's greatest legends. This week, Robin Roberts. Boys in the Hall after the game, presented by Subway Restaurants, where winners eat. Here's Sean Rodriguez. And a slow breaking ball over for a strike. And he fouls it off his foot. You know, where would the Twins be without Scott Diamond? The team ERA, the starters ERA, 5.49, nearly 2 runs higher than Tampa Bay's starter ERA.
Yeah, starters for the Rays, they are number 1 as far as combined starters ERA. Their bullpen 3rd. Overall, the best pitching staff ERA-wise in the American League.
We're talking 113 games. That means for 113 games, Twins put their starter out there, the other guys put theirs out there, and it's 2-0 already. Swing and a miss, Rodriguez fans. The Rays get another leadoff home run. It's 2-0. Early again. He's going to be me in about January, February, letting my beard grow this year. It won't be that color, but it'll be about that long.
They're coming a little bit on the gray side.
A little on the gray side. Josh Willingham. And he takes ball one. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Good hard slider there. Good location by Shields. Willingham 5 for 16 lifetime against James Shields.
2-1.
Yeah, Robbie just brought that potato up here. It looks like a brick.
A delicious one.
Yes.
Willingham with a couple of sharp singles in this series. And he takes ball three. Hopper to third, fielded by Keppinger, and he drops it. So Willingham will reach first on the error. It'll be the first error in 11 games for the Rays.
Yeah, they had not made an error over the last 10 ball games. And Keppinger has been very solid at third base. Just right there in the exchange, just dropped the ball. And for Keppinger, only his second error of the year at third base.
Rays had the tightest defense in baseball last year with just 73 errors. They've already committed 79 now this year, and they've also allowed more unearned runs than they did all of last year. 1-0 to Justin Morneau. And that pitch is a strike called by Tim McClellan and Tim Laudner. You're down on field level. You might be able to hear the call, but Tim was always waited to put the right arm up.
Well, one of the things as you go into a ball game is you have to make sure that you know who.
There's a deep drive to right. We've got a tie game.
Home run number 16 on the year for Justin Morneau. And just like that, a tie ball game. That ball was launched right there.
For the team, 102 home runs after a year when all year long they hit just 103.
Well, it's good to see the Twins take advantage of an error with the Willingham getting on first base. Justin, a two-run home run ties the game.
Ball one, and before Ryan Domet hits another home run, Tim Laudner, continue your thoughts.
Well, as Bert well knows, that when you go into a ball game, both pitchers, both catchers have to be aware who is behind the plate. Tim McClellan, whether it's good or bad, I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad, but he has a very, very narrow, shallow strike zone, and so you have to make those types of adjustments as the game goes along. You have to be aware of it. You have to adjust your game plan accordingly to make sure that you throw strikes. As you move the game along, he will expand with you, but he is going to start off with a very tight strike zone.
Hey, Timmy, one other thing about Tim McClellan is he's probably about 6'7" in that range. When he gets down, you know, he doesn't really, by voice-wise, you can hear it. Didn't hit the bag that time. But you can hear him down on the field. But where we're at, you know, once he comes up, then he makes the motion, whether it's a strike or a ball.
Yeah, it's like he's got some type of a delay. You can hear him call the strike when you're either in the batter's box or in the catcher's box. But he's obviously very deliberate with his right arm when he calls a strike. That's just his style. That's the way he's done it.
I mean, look how tall he is right there. Casilla coming up. You know, Casilla is what, 5'7", 5'8", and McClellan just overtowers him like that right there.
Exactly.
You know, he doesn't come up. He may call it right away, and I believe he does. But his strike signal is a little bit tardy. But he's so darn big.
And one of the few umpires that you and I both worked with.
Yep.
Still in the league.
Yes. And a nice man. I think, well, he's been rated one of the best ball strike umpires in the game of baseball.
Casilla with a fly ball to center, 2 down. That'll bring up Brian Dozier. Dozier hit a home run yesterday.
See, I always liked Tim McClellan because he called my curveball. And there were some umpires had a tough time with my curveball because it broke so big, and where it would cross the plate, it's not where Tim Laudner caught it, it's how it crosses the plate. And Tim McClellan I always thought was very fair with that.
And he was. And there are obviously, like you said, a lot of umpires who had no idea how to call your curveball, which ended up in a lot of discussions between me and the umpire.
Right. That's where I needed, Timmy or a catcher to speak up for me.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Dozier.
So the last thing you want to do as a pitcher, and remember this, kids, is do not show up an umpire while you're participating in a game, because they say they don't hold grudges, but in the back of their mind, it's there.
Two and two.
That home run that Morneau hit off of James Shields, that's his 19th home run allowed on the year.
Two and two. So Shields handed a 1-0 lead, then a 2-0 lead. The error and home run even things up here. Two and two to the Twins shortstop. Popped up, short right field. Roberts with the catch and the inning ends. Josh Willingham was aboard when Justin Morneau hit his 16th home run of the year. We're tied at 2. .com/baseball. Jacob Falk of New Brighton wondering whether the Twins are on pace to hit more or less home runs than a year ago. And I think we kind of answered it as Morneau's shot left the building.
Yeah, the Twins hit 103 all of last year, and right now they're at 102 as a ball club. So I'd have to say yes.
You like their chances?
Yeah.
Well, if the Twins finish the season 140, 150 home runs, that would be a tremendous improvement from where they were a year ago. That was one of the points of emphasis for Terry Ryan as he reconstructed the roster. You've got to have more power. And then along with that, your pitching staff has to not allow as many home runs.
Right. I think, Justin, he's shown that he is healthy again, and he's hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Of course, Josh Willingham, 29 home runs. Ryan Domit coming over. He's added 13 home runs.
And Trevor Plouffe for a while was the hottest home run hitter in Major League Baseball. Plouffe, by the way, started last night and went 0 for 4. He ran into a knuckleballer. The Red Sox picked up a knuckleballer in the minor leagues with one of their trades, trying to get him to channel Tim Wakefield, I guess. So there's Lobaton striking out. So instead of Plouffe going down to the minor leagues and facing a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, he faced something about 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, Scott Diamond picking up his third straight strikeout. Struck out Roberts and Rodriguez to end the second inning. And Lobaton right there swings at a pitch down. Good pitch.
Cast your vote for the Arby's Value Player of the Game. Text the word value followed by a space in the player's name. The short code 234-234. Nice backhanded pickup by Carroll. 2 down.
Well, we have seen Jamie Carroll make some good plays at third base. Like a little cat, 38-year-old cat right there. Jennings again swinging at the first pitch, trying to pull that ball between Kurt Carroll and the line. Off-speed pitch, and Carroll diving over, getting a little short hop, and a good throw over to Morneau for the second out. Love those one-pitch outs.
Upton popped the first pitch he saw in the first inning up to Casilla. He takes ball 1 here. Floats up high, 2-0. You mentioned the birthday wishes to Peg Imhoff. We all also pass along great retirement wishes to Ray Cook, who stationed himself outside the Twins clubhouse for so many years.
Yes,
Ray announced his retirement, and we hope that he is happy, healthy, and watching Twins baseball this afternoon.
Yeah, Ray, we're going to miss you, bud. All those conversations he had with Wayne Hathaway, he's going to miss that.
That's what drove him into retirement, I think. This one coming back our way. You ready? You got it? You got it?
That's right. Oh.
Where was your range? Your lateral range?
That wasn't even close. Ricocheted off our wall right down in front of us and then down to the lower deck.
He showed very little desire. And Upton draws a 2-out walk.
Souvenir lost in our section.
Ben Zobrist will hit. Zobrist hit the one hopper off of Diamond's bare hand over to Casilla. Looked like on replay that Casilla threw him out, but he was ruled safe with another hit.
Yeah, keep an eye on Upton right there. We've talked about the first 2 ball games. The Rays like to run 96 stolen bases, most of the American League. Upton with 21 stolen bases leads the Rays in that department.
Off the plate, low or outside or both, 1-0.
13 stolen bases attempts against Diamond, and the 11 have been successful.
Shaves the corner. If you listen real closely, I think you can hear Tim McClellan just kind of grunt, which we presume means it's a strike rather than him trying to stand back up after getting into a crouch. I mean, you and Timmy both said he's been around a long time. He may just be grunting from standing up.
What do you think? I mean, he's going back down again, up and down. There's a throw, but I think Upton's safe. We saw that in Cleveland with Brian Dunsing on the mound. The runner took off, and they actually beat the throw to second base. You got to be a little more forceful on your throws to first base. Kind of a slow, tried to hurry his throw, but Upton read it perfectly and got into scoring position. He gets the stolen bases, 22nd of the year.
1-1 to Zobrist, and he takes strike 2. This is where we've seen Diamond pitch his best. The reason he has a sub-3 ERA is he's made big pitches with men in scoring position, and he'll need to make a good one here. that one. Used the glove. A liner headed to center would have scored Upton, and instead Diamond picked it off.
Sometimes the ball just finds your glove.
Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. By CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Grand Casino, the best stories start here. 2 apiece, and Jamie Carroll leads off the Twins' third, driving the first pitch to center, but Upton ranges over, makes a catch. Pretty well hit ball for a quick first out.
You know, sometimes as a pitcher, it's just reaction. You know, when you let that ball go, you're about 55, 50 feet away, and Scott Diamond, you can see his head. He's just trying to get out of the way. And watch how close this comes. I mean, he kind of stuck his glove up, and the ball found his glove. That ball's over 3 or 4 inches. You know, that might be trouble.
Here's Denard Span. Span motions as if he might bunt, but he takes ball 1. First 3 hitters on a typical day for the Twins now all have enough plate appearances to be among the league leaders. Span has hit 300, and for a while it seemed like he was ready to climb over the top to stay. And he's really only one good series or one good homestand or road trip away from getting that average over 300.
That's what he needs to do right there.
Slaps it to left, and he should have an extra base hit. It's a double with 1 out in the third.
You know, he's so disciplined at the plate, and yeah, you're going to go through stretches where, you know, you're just fighting it a little bit, but we have seen Span before, such quick wrists. Look at that ball. That ball's almost on top of him, and he just, you know, inside outs it and gets a double down that left field line. For Span, his 31st double of the year. That's the most by the Twins. Twin hitter.
It's been a while since we've seen both Span and Revere get on base, score some runs. We'll see if maybe they can get in a tandem here. The Twins' first lead in this 3-game losing streak. There's a bunt. Off balance throw, and Pena digs it out. What a fine play by Carlos Pena at first. That ball looked like it was going to hit Revere, and somehow Pena found the ball.
No sacrifice for Revere, trying to bunt for a base hit, and the short hop right there. Pena, very, very good fielding first baseman.
You can see how far Revere was running under the grass. Had that ball hit him, he likely would have been called out anyway. He was way over on the grass.
Again, that's a tough play, you know, for umpires to call when that runner that, you know, I mean, especially a right-handed hitter, you know, Revere, a left-hander, but
right.
You can't run in foul territory. You have to go directly toward the bag.
Right.
It's a tough play.
1 strike to Mauer and a liner to Upton in center field to wrap up the first inning. And the Twins get their first lead. Mauer spanks a single to left. Span comes in, and it's 3-2.
For Joe Mauer, picking up his 58th RBI. He came into the ball game again. Great numbers against Shields. 10 hits and 25 at bats. He had a line drive out in his first at bat to end the first, and right here that takes that pitch solidly to left field. As Span scores.
Willingham takes a strike. Willingham hit a 2-hopper to the left of Keppinger, got it in his glove, but he couldn't get it into his throwing hand. It was an error that set up Morneau's 2-run home run in the next at bat. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Willingham still looking for home run number 30. So far, he's equaled his career high in home runs, which he set last year with Oakland. Inside, 1-2. Not just the 29 home runs, but some of the most memorable home runs. And he's proven that even Twins hitters can hit home runs here at Target Field. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout. And the Twins are done in the third. But Span and Mauer combined to put the Twins in front 3-2. Look at our Sanford Health injury report involving another guy who might be on the list for next year in the starting rotation, Kyle Gibson.
Yeah, he'll schedule the pitch today. They got rained out down in Fort Myers, Florida. Carl Pavano was supposed to start that ball game, and then Gibson was going to come in after him. But down in the Gulf Coast League, some pretty good numbers so far, 16 strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings. So he's coming off that Tommy John surgery. Everything looks to be on track for him to hopefully come to spring training you know, maybe play some winter ball somewhere and have a chance to make that starting rotation next year.
Somebody was discussing with me the other day the plight of the Twins and Scott Baker, and how it's a tough break for the Twins and Baker to have had you know, the Tommy John surgery, and certainly there's no questioning that, but you really feel, at least I do, for the minor leaguers. Here's a ground ball headed up the middle and a base hit for Longoria. The Kyle Gibsons, the Alex Wimmers, who aren't making a whole lot of money, and they've got to work just as hard to, you know, reclaim their careers. It's not an absolute thing, as you know, we've found out over the years. Sometimes players don't come back from that surgery, and you've got to really be disciplined and determined to fight through all the rehab.
I read a quote from Jim Rance, who has been following Gibson, and he said actually it looks like he's throwing faster than he was before the Tommy John, and he already threw, you know, in the mid 90s. No, you look at Strasburg
Right.
coming off, you know, and are they going to shut him down? We'll have to wait and see. They say they're going to, but you hope that these young kids that have the Tommy John surgery come back and have success.
One strike to Keppinger, who homered to left his first time up. There's a double play grounder. Casilla to Dozier. And Diamond gets his second one already this afternoon.
And his 22nd on the year. So Scott Diamond, you know, when he runs into trouble, he needs something. He changes speeds, has that hitter out front. He did it to Longoria to end the first inning. And right there, Keppinger taking that fastball the other way. Casilla over to Dozier to complete the double play over to Morneau. Good flip right there.
Why would Alexi Casilla deliver a no-look flip to the shortstop?
I'm sure he was looking at the corner of his eye. He knew where he was. Little Harlem Globetrotter, you know, stuff.
One strike to Carlos Pena. Diamond, in his 4 innings that he started, has given up 2 leadoff home runs and a leadoff single. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. If they were still awarding the Rookie Pitcher of the Year award, an award that you won back in 1970, Diamond would be a candidate. Matt Moore of the Rays would probably also be a candidate, but they discontinued that award after the 2004 season.
Yeah, the Rays analyst, Brian Anderson, he won the Sporting News Rookie of the Year back in 1993 when he was with the Angels.
Diamond started toward the dugout. Tim McClellan says it's 1-2.
Mine came a couple years prior to his.
Just a couple.
1870. 50 pitches so far for Scott Diamond. Throwing strikes, 35 strikes.
I don't know why they started doing it back in 1962, but they separated the awards. And then after the 2004 season, they combined them again. Pulled to the right side. Morneau has it. Maybe they knew something, because 5 of the last 7 winners in the American League of the Rookie of the Year award have been pitchers. Time now for our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
And because of the error, Willingham on first base. Justin Morneau in the second inning, hitting a home run, his 16th of the year. That tied the game at 2 apiece. And Justin leading off here, the bottom of the 4th.
One and 0 to Morneau. It's a philosophical question. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Is Morneau taking more pitches because he's hitting the ball better, or is he hitting the ball better because he's taking more pitches?
I think he's, Tim Laudner might be able to answer that.
Oh,
he's, he's just patient at the plate, looking for that one pitch. Where I think prior, when he was trying to find himself, he was swinging at everything.
So now we just saw him take ball 1, and maybe the whole at bat here will be framed because the first pitch was taken for ball 1. 2-2.
Timmy, you see a difference between, say, Justin now and, say, even 6 weeks ago?
I'm going to say that the egg comes before the chicken.
Okay.
But how's the egg get there?
The thing about it is that those things go hand in hand. Your confidence and your success. And certainly when you're seeing the ball better, you're going to have more success and you're going to get more relaxed. And if you're not seeing the baseball very well, you're going to jump at it a little bit. And so, those things go hand in hand. You're going to go through periods where you're going to see the ball very well. You're going to be more relaxed. You're certainly going to have more confidence, and you're certainly going to have more success. So it's like pitching, Bert. When you know what, the ball feels good coming out of your hand sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. And Justin striking out right there on a very good changeup right there by Shields. Shields now with 2 strikeouts in a ball game.
78-mile-per-hour breaking pitch, left up high, ball 1 to Doman. Doman bounced to short his first time up. Tap foul, 1-1. Doman might very well end up with a batting average of 300 this year. 0 for 1 today, 292 on the season. Right center field, Upton going over, he won't get there. Doman has a hit, and he'll hold up with a single. Off the end of the bat, but he hooked it to the gap for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, Doman, a switch hitter, came into the ball game hitting .315 as a left-handed hitter. Right here, sinking fastball, but Doman reaching out, and the ball just hit in the right spot in right center. Well, Doman gets a hit for the Twins, their 4th of the ball game.
Here's Casilla, fly ball to fairly deep center, his first time up. Still the Twins with 4 hits, and as advertised, Shields is giving up some hits. In the dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, but this guy right here, this guy is a workhorse. 249 1/3 innings pitched for the Rays last year. He won 16 ball games. That was a career high. Very good 2.82 earned run average in almost 250 innings.
He's on a pace to, get into the mid 200s again this year. The Rays have 2 one-year options on Shields' services. Their history has been, however, because of their budget constraints, to not pick up options, not retain players through free agency. So Shields may be one of those guys that hits the market this winter.
Yeah, because you have David Price too. His price tag's going to be higher next year. You hate losing a guy like Shields that has, again, signed with the organization back in 2000. This is his 7th year. But because they do not draw very well in Tampa Bay, their budget is very low. So they have to lose good pitchers like this. But they seem to always bring up young pitchers like a Matt Moore.
Alex Cobb.
Or Hellickson.
Right. 2-1 to Casilla. Let's try to string something together here in the 4th with 1 out. Bounce to the right side. Doman will advance. And that'll bring up Brian Dozier. Enjoy the best that Target Field has to offer your group of 25 or more. No deposits required. For a group outing this year, simply reserve your best guess number of seats. Pay only for the number of tickets you actually need. You'll be seated together. Your group's name will appear on the Target Field scoreboard. So get your church group, business group, what have you. Get it together. Call 800-33-TWINS and ask about a group outing. Dozier 0 for 1, popped up to second his first time up, and he takes strike one. Tapper up the middle, fielded by Rodriguez, and the inning ends. Head to the fifth inning with the Twins up a run. Target Field, cloudy skies, cool temperatures, still very pleasant for baseball. Robbie and Smikowski, Tim Laudner, Dick and Bert with you for Game 3 of this series. The Rays took 2 out of 3 from the Twins in St. Petersburg way back in April. They've won the first 2 games of this series. Ryan Roberts leads off the 5th. Ball one. Roberts went down swinging his first time up.
Yeah, the first strikeout for Diamond, then he struck out the next 2 batters. So 3 total for so far for Scott Diamond in the ball game. 1 walk. Given up 4 hits, a couple singles, and then a couple long balls.
Just missing 2-1. To the right field corner, chased by Revere. He won't get there. It lands and bounces into the crowd for a ground rule double. So playing Roberts over toward the gap, even Revere couldn't track that one down.
That ball had a lot of spin on it right there as it hit the ground, and you could see where it ended up. Inside out swing down that right field line. Revere gave chase, but the ball hits the dirt right there and then bounces into the stands. Heck of a slice.
Here's Rodriguez. Went down swinging his first time up. Rifle shot to right center field. It'll tie the game. And Rodriguez has an extra base hit. And he'll hold up with a double. So 3-3 the score. And the Rays have the go-ahead run at second. Nobody out.
Yeah, Rodriguez picking up his 30th RBI of the year. On his 12th double, jumping on that first pitch and lining it into right center. Ball roll all the way to the wall. Span has to retrieve it. Game tied.
Jose Lobaton will hit. And now Diamond at a point where he could use a strikeout.
Watch for the bunt here. Yep.
Diamond field spins, throws, a sacrifice, advancing Rodriguez to third.
Yeah, that's Lobaton's job right there, is advance the runner any way you can. And Lobaton with his first sacrifice of the year. Just lay it down, exactly what he does. Diamond has to field it. You see Rodriguez taking off for third base at the top of your screen.
Twins bring the infield in now in a tie game. Jennings with a home run to left. And a hard ground ball headed down the line, but Carroll picked it off and turned it into an out. Bauer digs out, ball one. To put Diamond's 10 wins in even further perspective, the other starting pitchers for the Twins, the guys who made the other 96 starts, have a total of 12 wins. Diamond has 10 of the 22 wins for the starting pitchers. 2-0. Brian Dunsing now part of the rotation. Upton on deck. Diamond has been very proficient and efficient when it comes to getting ground ball double plays. Maybe he wants to fill first base and get another one here.
Don't be surprised if Madden lets Jennings swing here. It's a good pitch.
Strike over the corner.
Not the one that you want to swing at when you're 3-0. If they go back inside, up in the zone, try to get a pop-up. Change-up missing.
No,
oh,
it's
strike two. Took a little off this pitch right here.
Full count to Desmond Jennings. Snapped his bat, and it's a bouncer foul. Let me amend the stat I just gave you. I did not factor in Francisco Liriano in his start. So there are 29 starts, or 29 wins by Twin starters, and Diamond has 10 of them.
Yeah, the starting staff combined with all the starters throughout the year, 29 and 51. With an ERA about 5.5. That's not good.
Diamond trying to get a big out here in a tie game. It's had a 3-2 lead briefly. Now we're tied at 3. And he missed inside, and it's a walk filling first base.
Well, he tried to go hard in and jam him, but Jennings took all 4.
Fox Sports North supports cancer awareness. Join Marnie Gellner, Lisa Dunsing, and Alicia Perkins for the Light the Night Walk at Target Field Sunday, September 23rd, benefiting the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Join the team for a chance to lead the walk with Rod Carew. Visit foxsportsnorth.com. Click on Supports under the More tab to sign up for or donate to the Fox Sports North team. Rod, of course, lost a daughter to leukemia several years ago. Here is Upton. Pop up to second and a walk so far. bouncing inside.
Let's see how many double plays Upton has hit into. He has hit into 9 double plays.
One and 0. And now 2-0. A bloop double. A slicing double into the right field corner, and then a line drive double to start the inning. And Diamond's trying to pitch his way out of this mess. Bouncer to short.
How about that?
1 and 2. His third double play grounder. And the Rays tie it, but do not take the lead.
$100 here in Minnesota State Lottery. Tickets going to Rich and Bonnie Straight, who made the trip as part of a big group here for Parkinson's Day at the ballpark. And it's a very special day, Bert. They also are celebrating wedding anniversary number 46 here together. They do not have any kids together, but they are having a good time at the ballpark. Rich, what's this like for you? You made the sign. Now Bert is circling you.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful. I've followed Bert since he first made his appearance in the major leaguers, and I can't think of a better guy to get the Hall of Fame.
There you go, and certainly he deserved it. And Bert, the cool thing, these guys taught in Lithuania for 16 years, from 92 to 2008. Pretty impressive stuff. And I know Parkinson's, Bert, near and dear to you.
Yeah, I know Bonnie is battling Parkinson's right now, and Rich and Bonnie, you are hereby circled from Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and Parkinson's. It is Parkinson's Day here at Target Field, so God bless all you people that have Parkinson's, fighting that terrible disease. You know, we had a walk earlier this year. We raised almost $200,000. My wife Gail and I put our name on that Parkinson's walk. A lot of great people donate a lot of money. Thank you very much.
Down and into Carroll, 2-1. It'll be Carroll, Span, and Revere.
You know, Wendy's too has that Burt Burger that we raise money for Parkinson's too. So a lot of good people behind finding a cure for so many different diseases out there.
Carroll with a liner to center actually gave it a pretty long ride for the first out of the third inning. When the Twins took a 3-2 lead, Span followed with a double scored on a Mauer single. And there's one down the middle, 3-2. Carroll draws a leadoff walk.
First walk for James Shields in the ball game.
You can follow the Twins with MLB.com at Bat12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, or Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and much more. Text at Bat to 31826 or visit twinsbaseball.com for details. Denard Span slapped a double to left and scored the third run for the Twins back in the third inning. Oh, throw dug out by Pena.
Yeah, quick throw over right there. Carroll with 6 stolen bases in 9 attempts. Shields does a little bit of the Mike Mussina type of, kind of bends over in that stretch position. Will get the sign, pick up the runner.
Span squares to bunt and takes ball 1. Rays have just tied it up. Now the Twins trying to take advantage of the leadoff walk. Chopper to second. Double play. Carroll tried to slam on the brakes, but Roberts played it very well and got the double play anyway.
Yeah, that's an outstanding play by Roberts right there, basically attacking Carroll, running him down, and then after the tag, flipping it over to Pena as quick as he can. Watch right here. Charges at him, tags him, and then the quick throw over the head of Carroll. Remember Albert Bell one time? I don't remember who the second baseman was.
Fernando Vina.
Was it Vina? He just ran him over when he tried to tag him. Could not throw the ball.
Which is his right.
Roberts is in Carroll's base line. He could have tried to, run him over if he wanted to.
Here's Revere. Bouncer to short, hits slowly to Rodriguez, who bobbles it.
That ball came up on him. Tough little play. The only play really Rodriguez had right there because of the speed. If it's a slower runner, he plays back and makes a throw. But this is where speed, that's why this guy is going to hit over 300. He's already hit over 300 at every level. But Ben Revere and the speed right off the end of the bat. Rodriguez knows he's got to hurry his throw. Ball coming up. And I'm sure he'll get an error on that, but you see it hit the heel of his glove.
Twins took advantage of the first Ray error. See what they can do with this one here in the 5th. Bauer drove in a run with a single, also lined out to center fielder Upton his first time up. So he has really drilled the ball twice. And Revere might be interested in stealing second here with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, Ben, 27 stolen bases on the year. And against Shields, 9 stolen bases in 11 attempts for base stealers.
Which isn't a high number given all the hits that he's allowed, and the walks and all that. Not many teams have tried to run on him.
Yeah, he's pretty quick home. You can see his move to first, pretty quick feet.
Strike called. One strike to Mauer. A little bit low, 1-1. Mauer driving in his 58th run of the year. Long hold. Mauer lifts it foul over the Tampa Bay dugout. 1-2. Bauer's some memorable at-bats. The 3-run home run in Boston, the double against Aroldis Chapman, followed by the Willingham home run. And by the way, Chapman's not allowed a run since then. He has been absolutely overpowering the National League.
Say he's lights out with that fastball.
1-2 to Mauer. And 2-2.
Such a good eye Joe Mauer has at the plate.
You just look at that pitch, and then what's the one thing that those two at bats I just talked about? What do they have in common? Mauer's impeccable eye. He took some close pitches against Chapman, fouled some off, took the close pitch before the 3-run home run at Fenway.
There's patience at the plate.
2-2. Revere goes. And Revere is safe. The throw got there in time. But Revere, with his head first slide, knocked it out of Rodriguez's glove. I think he would have been called out.
Yeah, a lot of the time you watch the second base umpire. He's kind of holding right there, making sure where is the ball. And then he says safe. So a good throw right there, Revere.
No, he never got it in the glove.
A piece of Revere. So Ben gets a stolen base, his 28th of the year.
Full count now to Mauer. Willingham on deck. And a tapper to the right side. Pulled the string on him. Roberts sets and fires. And the threat and 5th inning end. We're tied at 3. A frightening moment for Scott Diamond.
Well, watch your reaction right there. Get your head out of the way and somehow keep your glove up, and the ball just fell right into the glove. Thank goodness it hit his glove.
This is the Coors Light 6th inning, and the Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Scott Diamond will face the 3, 4, and 5 batters for the Rays. Ben Zobrist, Evan Longoria, and Jeff Kempen.
You know, one thing we have seen from Scott Diamond is quality starts. 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less. In 15 of his 17 starts that he's had so far, he's pitched at least 6 innings or more. And here he is starting his 6th inning. 12 of the 17 have been quality starts.
It was Zobrist's line drive caught by Diamond. In fact, Zobrist has taken it up the middle twice. In the first inning, Zobrist hit the one hopper, and Diamond deflected it with his pitching hand. And over to Casilla. It looked like, again, on replay that he was out, but he was ruled safe. And then a bullet up the middle, and Diamond picked it right off his forehead. 1-1.
I think of the play in Minnesota where Frank Viola just kind of threw his glove behind his back.
Right.
Remember, and the ball found his glove.
2-1. Three earned runs for Diamond. His season ERA now just a couple ticks above 3. Down the right field line, but foul. CenturyLink high-speed pitch with Shields outgunning Diamond in terms of velocity.
Yeah, you know, Scott, again, he's not going to overpower you, but when he's on, boy, he hits his spots.
Two and two.
Diamond again making his 18th start here this afternoon, his 25th major league start. 11 major league wins.
A breaking ball lifted foul. I don't know what was wrong with Zobrist back in April against the Twins, or what his problem was Friday night, but he just looks like he's a threat to get a hit or an extra base hit every time up here now. Right-handed, left-handed. We've seen him in these grooves before. And Diamond strikes him out. 1 down.
Diamond picking up his 4th strikeout. Zobrist swinging at a pitch down in the strike zone. So Scott picking up his 1st strikeout since the 3rd inning. Watch the angle. Again, the angle of Scott Diamond staying on top of that ball, creating that downward plane. And Zobrist swings through it.
Evan Longoria. Strike 1. Longoria bounced into a double play in the 1st, singled, and was taken off the bases with a double play grounder in the 4th.
Yeah, 3 double plays have helped Diamond here this afternoon. Now with 23 on the year. That's tied for most in the American League with Toronto pitcher Henderson Alvarez. He also has 23 double plays turned behind him. Pitcher's best friend, I'll tell you.
And Longoria gone on 3 pitches.
Strikeout number 5.
AT&T trivia.
Fernando Rodney.
Was the only Tampa Bay pitcher to lead the American League in saves for a season. I think I know the answer to that. We'll let our viewers ponder it for a while. Here's Keppinger. And there's strike 1. To center. Span coming over. Can't make the play. He's a little slow in getting to the ball.
Yeah, he's hurting right there. Maybe he had the wind knocked out of him. We hope that's all it is.
Well, Ryan Dome is saying we're going to need some help here.
Of course, Denard Span with the history of concussion. Kind of stretching out right there. Kind of jammed his shoulder. We'll take another look at it right here. He dove for the ball. Boy, look at the turf. His knee hitting the turf. Landing on that shoulder.
The reaction that Span gave was that he was concerned about the collarbone area on that right side.
Yeah, see him raising the right hand, maybe jamming that shoulder.
We hope it's not separated. Tony Leo, the trainer on duty on the field.
Isn't that amazing that a player, I mean, he hurt himself pretty good right there, but he's still, even though after he's hurt, he's crawling for the ball just to get it back in.
And Menard wants to stay in, so that's good. Remember the play? I think you were doing games with Chad Allen in Cleveland in right field. They had the rubberized warning track out there, and he caught his spikes and blew his knee out. Kind of the same thing happened, and he hobbled after the ball and flung it back to the infield. I don't know that we saw him play the rest of the season.
Let's take another look right here. He's going after the ball, and you can see him tumbling right there, landing on that right shoulder. I thought maybe the knee too, and see how his knee went right into the turf.
Well, it's a 2-out double for Keppinger, and so Diamond will have to pitch out of the jam again. He does have Pena coming to the plate, who's hit 2 ground balls to Morneau, continuing his struggles against left-handed pitching.
And Keppinger with the double, his 11th of the year, second hit of the ball game. Homered in the second.
Pena has put the ball in play twice against Diamond. He strikes out about half the time against lefties. 62 strikeouts and 132 at bats against left-handed pitching. Check swing, ball 1. The plate 2-0. Diamond trying to put together another quality start. Already 3 earned runs on his log, trying to get the 18th out here. Two and 0. 3-0 with Roberts on deck. Pena hitting below 200, but does draw an awful lot of walks, and Diamond has yet to throw him a strike. Down the middle, a strike. Trying to encourage Diamond. Three and 1 on the outside corner.
Boy, he hit the glove. That ball a little bit away, a little cutter.
Full count to Pena.
Got him.
Wow. Came back inside with a fastball. And he strands Keppinger at second base, and we're still tied.
You can expect a bit of a warmer game compared to Sunday, 76 degrees for the first pitch, and then a mix of sun and clouds with winds out of the northwest coming in at 7 to 14 miles per hour.
Well, the Tigers will be coming to town, threatening to take over first place in the division. They are starting the day a game behind the White Sox. White Sox are tied. Tigers are trailing. Here's Willingham slicing one to the gap in right center field. It's not going to be caught. And Willingham to second with a leadoff double.
Looked like a breaking ball that Shields left up, and Josh jumping on that first pitch and hitting it deep enough into right center that the speedy B.J. Upton couldn't catch up to it. So Willingham with his 23rd double of the year gets his first hit and gets in the scoring position.
Morneau with a 2-run home run in the second to tie the game, and then he went down swinging on a breaking pitch in the dirt in the fourth. Down low, ball one. Bounce to the right side. Willingham will advance. One down. Doman will have a chance to get Willingham in from third. Tuesday night, the Twins and Tigers will be holding court at Target Field at the Sports Authority Value Pack. Purchase a ticket in the U.S. Bank Home Run Porch View seats, and you'll get a free Schweigert hot dog and a Pepsi. You can get your tickets for any game this week. Tigers Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon by calling 800-33-TWINS or visiting twinsbaseball.com.
Yeah, good job by Justin right there. It's an out, ground ball 4-3, but it's a productive out because it does move Josh Willingham from second to third.
And a strategy session here on the mound, perhaps, about whether to pitch to Doman, or if they do, how they're going to pitch to him. You've got Casilla and Dozier hitting behind Doman. They're not quite the threat that Doman can be in a situation like this.
Yeah, Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, out to talk to Shields and the infield as the infield is brought in.
See what Doman gets to hit here. They try to tease him off the plate until it's 2-0 and then walk him. We'll see. In the dirt, Lobaton with the block. Doman with a bouncer to short and a single to center.
Well, you might Shields is going to try to pitch around him, but maybe getting ahead in the count. But if they fall behind, maybe 2-0, 3-0, they may go ahead and put him on. We'll wait and see.
Oh, we got to pitch up.
Yeah, that's not the pitch you want to swing at right there. That's a hard breaking ball down.
1-1.
Tough to get that ball in the air with the infield in.
Pulled foul, another breaking pitch. Tapped it into the Twins dugout. 1-2.
Now Shields with a couple strikeouts so far. He came into the ball game tied with David Price for 5th in the American League in strikeouts. Justin Verlander leading.
Bounce to the right side. Willingham has no place to go. A ground ball hit right at Roberts for out number 2.
Yeah, looked like he stayed with that breaking ball. That ball left up a little bit, but Doman just beat it into the ground. So a big out for Shields. Now let's see if Alexis Casilla can pick him up right here.
In Boston and Cleveland, it seemed like every time the Twins needed a 2-out hit late in the game, they got it. This is the 6th inning. This would be a good spot for Casilla to bounce one up the middle. Down and away, ball one. And now 2-0.
Two fastballs away.
It's hit well to left. Jennings going back to make the catch. So Garcia with a fly ball, his third out of the inning, and Willingham left at third base. To start the inning, the first inning.
Yeah, in all three ball games, Jennings started off with a double, a base hit, then the home run here this afternoon. Keppinger adding a home run in the second. And then for the Twins, it was Justin Morneau, a big two-run home run in the second to tie the game. Scott Diamond's had 3 double plays turned behind him so far this afternoon. Ben Revere taking over for Denard Span in center field, so Span out of the ball game as Darren Mastroianni moves to right field.
The batter's Ryan Roberts. He'll be followed by Sean Rodriguez and then Jose Lobaton. Strike one. Popped up back into the seats. 2 strikes. Roberts with a slicing fly ball double into the right field corner, leading off the 5th inning. And then Rodriguez cracked a double to the gap in right center to tie the game at 3. 2 strikes here from Diamond. This will be his 87th pitch of the afternoon.
And that's important again too, Dick. You know, I mean, he's always seems to get late in the ball game because his pitch count is so good. Most pitches he's thrown in an inning. Last inning he threw 17. 16, 13, 14, 8, 16, 17. And there they are right there. Stay away from that 20 pitch type inning. And Diamond has done a very good job of that all season long.
And just missing inside 2-2. Well, pitchers may be the best athletes on the team, but hitters are pretty smart.
Finally,
I said may. Hitters are smart enough to realize they don't want to be up there 0-2, so you got a strike thrower like Diamond. Driven to right field. Mastroianni can't make the play. The ball caroms to Revere, and his recovery holds Roberts at first base. So a fine play by Revere and another strong throw.
What a great play by Ben Revere. You know, as a fielder, you always have some place to go. Roberts lining it in front of Mastroianni. He comes in, dove for it, it hits off his glove and then his shoulder, and then Ben Revere right there backing up the best he could, rifles it into second base.
Mastroianni did almost the same thing Span did the inning before. Here's Rodriguez. Diamond looking for his 4th ground ball double play of the afternoon. They have him picked off, nearly thrown away by Morneau.
Oh, no. Run at him, run at him.
The throws are terrible, and there are way too many of them.
Yes.
I'm not even going to write that in my scorebook. That's embarrassing. 1-3. 6-3.
Every time you throw that ball to somebody else, there's always that chance of maybe somebody dropping it or something, but not a pretty sight. But they do get the pick off of Roberts. Roberts taking off, the throw right there. Justin, now Dozier, you see how quick he got it back to Justin where Justin is. He has to run the runner back to the bag where he came from. And Casilla finally tags him out. But Roberts is in the middle of the field between first and second, and Dozier's near second base, and he throws it all the way to first. He's got to run him back toward Justin, and then the quick flip and the easy out, hopefully.
The left field heading back is Dillman for out number 2. At most, in a play like that, you want the throw to first and 2 more throws. That's all, right?
Yeah, you want to throw like to Dozier. Dozier then runs at the runner because you're running back. And that's a great instructional, but we can't do that. We're going to do something else. Big secret.
Really?
Yeah, Tim Laudner was up here between innings. We're going over what the instruction was about today.
You can't even tell me.
We're playing hide and seek. When the instructional starts, we're just going to go hide.
And have Robbie try to find it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Lobaton, and he taps it foul.
No, I mean, Dozier's, when Justin threw him the ball, Roberts was maybe 2/3 of the way. He has to run at him and then make him go back toward first, which he was going to do anyway. But run at him and then flip it to Justin. Hopefully Justin can tag him.
That's down the line foul. That was reminiscent of the opening play of the 2011 season when Carl Pavano picked off Rajay Davis, and the Twins didn't execute the rundown very well. What's Ron Gardenhire call those snowball fights? Morneau and Dozier with a snowball fight. 1 and 2.
And anybody that's ever been to spring training, how many times they work on that? I mean, it's almost daily. You have the pitcher's fielding practice, then on another field you have rundowns, how you get, eliminate the throws.
Dribbler to the right side. Casilla makes the play. It's another good inning, another good outing for Scott Diamond. Get a freshly brewed cup of premium roast coffee from McDonald's. Any size is just $1. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Hurry in for big savings during Toyota's nationwide clearance event going on now. Three our score going to the home half of the seventh. The Vikings are back to work today in Mankato after their preseason opener Friday night in San Francisco. Read Brian Hall's coverage from camp later today at FoxSportsNorth.com. Good ball game here. Twins had a brief lead. Rays jumped out quickly. Twins have this game, you'd like to think, right where they want it. At home, at 3 at-bats. The Rays only have 2 left.
Yep. Well, Scott Diamond sitting right there. 7 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, couple home runs, couple walks, 6 strikeouts, 95 pitches. Don't know if he's done or not. We'll have to wait and see.
Brian Dozier, Jamie Carroll, and Darren Mastroianni will try to break the ice here, break the tie, with Mastroianni making his first plate appearance for the injured Denard Span. If we get an update on Span, we'll pass it along to you, but it looked like his right shoulder or collarbone area affected by his diving attempt. Here's the play that took Denard Span ultimately out of the game.
Yeah, the diving play right there. He tried to come up and right there kind of fell on that shoulder. See the knee going into the turf. Ouch, boy. Pretty hard.
Dozier squares to bunt. Takes ball 1. Dozier 0 for 2 will pop up to second. The ground ball to short. One and one. Twins got a leadoff walk in the 5th, but couldn't score against Shields. A leadoff double in the 6th, but could not retake the lead. This one hit to right. Zobrist retreating and dropping the ball on the warning track. Dozier to second. He'll hold up there. It'll be the 3rd Ray error this afternoon.
You can kind of see right from the get-go, it seemed like Zobrist had a tough time picking up that ball and knowing exactly where he was at. Dozier hitting the ball the other way, and you could see just took his eye off the ball tipped off his glove.
Yep. Unfamiliarity with the ballpark, perhaps.
Well, an error charge to Zobrist. Like you mentioned, the 3rd error for the Rays, who came in. They had not made an error in 10 straight games.
But again, they've made more errors and allowed more unearned runs than they did all of last year. And one of the Twins runs earlier this afternoon, an unearned run. Here's Carroll. Squaring to bunt, taking ball 1.
Let's see if the Twins can take advantage of that error. They took advantage of it on the Willingham error in the 2nd because Justin hit the 2-run home run.
Didn't take long.
No, now they have to do the little things to hopefully, like they tried last inning, get Dozier in the scoring position.
Carroll didn't act as if he were bunting, and it's 2-0.
Well, one thing about Jamie Carroll, his game is, middle of the field over toward right field.
That guy at first is awfully good, though,
yes,
and he's
is.
a left-handed thrower, too. It's a little bit more of a challenge on the ground ball to the right side.
It does cut down his range a little bit if he can get a pitch away, and he bunts it. Good bunt.
That might be a base hit. Good play by Keppinger. Carroll dropping down the bunt. Dozier to 3rd base.
What a great bunt right there, and that's what you want. You're going to lay down a bunt in that situation. Make the 3rd baseman come in and field it. And Keppinger came in, barehanded it, and a bang-bang play at first base. What a sacrifice for Carroll, getting Dozier over to 3rd base.
Dozier runs okay. One of the things they may be talking about, the possibility of a squeeze play here. Mastroianni's first plate appearance, stepping to the plate in place of Span.
Well, Hickey coming out and basically bringing, I think, what Joe Madden wanted him to say. Joe Madden, he's one of those managers that will squeeze. He'll do anything at any time.
There is no book for him, but this might be an opportunity for Mastroianni, who has one sacrifice bunt. And now third baseman Keppinger looking in the dugout, wondering whether they wanted him to hold Dozier at third. They do not. Nice block by Lobaton. That ball landed well in front of the plate. So for the third inning in a row, the Twins have a leadoff man on.
Mastroianni played in last night's ball game, had 2 hits, both of them infield base hits. Looking for something he can drive right here.
And they pitch out. 2-0.
So Joe Madden thinking maybe Gardy would call the squeeze.
The entire middle of the infield's wide open beyond the pitcher. Just a hopper over the mound would get the job done. Here's a drive to left. Dozier setting up for a tag. Here he comes. No, he doesn't. Good thing.
Yep.
Jennings with a strong throw to the plate. And Mastroianni hit it too well.
Yeah, the ball just not hit deep enough, because it was hit on a line, and that allowed Jennings to come rushing in, and his momentum already is throwing toward home plate. Yeah, right there. Watch Jennings set up and then get it into the infield as quick as possible.
Fly ball hit to that same spot. Might have scored the run. Here's Revere. The Twins need a 2-out hit to take advantage of the opening error. Strike 1 to Revere. 0 for 3 reached on an error his last time up.
I think we have seen both starters here this afternoon really buckle down with runners in scoring position.
That is a foul ball, and only by inches.
Brian Runge, the first base umpire, straddling the line and watching that ball doesn't go over that first base bag. Pena.
Ooh. Good call. Ben Revere hitless in his last 9 at-bats, and his average would strongly suggest there haven't been many 0 for 10s in his season. So maybe that's an omen here with 2 strikes on him and Dozier at third. One and 2.
Shields at 98 pitches.
A good hitter with 2 strikes. Chop to third. Keppinger charges, fires on the run. Got him on a close play. Dozier left at third. We're still tied at 3.
Telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Twins go to the bullpen. Bullpen was letter perfect last night. Just absolutely awesome over the last 3 innings, and Jared Burton was a part of that.
Yeah, remember Alex Burnett came in, got 2 quick outs. Tyler Robertson came in, got the strikeout. Casey Fiend, 1 shutout inning. Jared Burton, he worked the 9th inning, a 1-2-3 ninth with a strikeout through only 7 pitches, 5 for strikes. Having a very solid year out of that bullpen. Burton with 5 saves out of that bullpen also.
He faced Kempincher, Roberts, and Molina last night, the bottom of the Tampa Bay lineup last night. He'll face the top of the lineup here in the 8th. Jennings, Upton, and Zobrist.
Yeah, another good job by Scott Diamond, going deep into the ball game. 7 innings for Diamond, 8 hits allowed, 3 runs all earned, allowed 2 home runs, 1 walks, 6 strikeouts. Glad I got that out.
Jennings with a home run to start the game against Diamond, and then later a walk. Down and away, ball 1.
Shields at 99 pitches.
Way outside, 2-0. It would appear the Red Sox are going to beat Cleveland. In the 9th inning, it's 14-1.
I'd have to say it's a pretty good bet.
Toronto beat New York 10-7. 2-0 to Jennings. Drill, foul. Baltimore leading Kansas City 4-3, bottom of the 8th. Chicago's opened up a 6-1 lead at home over Oakland. Texas has opened up a 5-0 lead, 4th inning over Detroit. Jennings teed off on the fastball. Let's see if he gets the circle change. Fastball off the plate. It's 3-1. Burton's done a lot of things well, including throw strikes. 10 walks in 45 innings. He comes back with a fastball and strike 2.
Yeah, and a good location, outer half of the plate, too.
All back. Another fastball.
Fastball at 94.
Hey boy, oh boy, you're here.
Three and 2 to Jennings. Got him.
Went through the changeup. Jennings way out front.
1 down. To be home tomorrow night. Tigers are in town, and it's a Schweigert $1 a dog day. The first 20,000 hot dogs will be sold for $1. Limit 2 per customer. Good seats available for the Twins-Tigers series. Go to twinsbaseball.com, or if you'd like, call 800-33-TWINS. Upton's 0 for 2 with a walk. Bounced into a double play his last time up. Looked to be the breaking ball.
And that looked like to be the swing of Upton. He wanted to make it a 4-3 ball game. My goodness. I think we saw in last night's ball game, Upton likes the ball down. He has that uppercut swing. Hitting 2 home runs in yesterday's game.
Tap foul, 2 strikes. So Burton came back from 3-0 to strike out Jennings. Now he gets ahead of Upton, 0-2. 2 strikes to Upton. In the dirt. One and 2. 2 and 2. Changeup got him again. 2 down.
2 straight strikeouts. I think the Twins have done a great job of handling Burton this year. You know, he's pitched back-to-back days like he has here. He has yet to pitch back-to-back-to-back days.
Right.
And, you know, coming off that surgery, look at the bottom just drop out of that changeup right there. That right shoulder surgery in April of 2011.
Here's Zobrist. He's had an interesting day. Chopped one off of Diamond's pitching hand for an infield hit in the first. In the third inning, he nearly took his face off. A line drive right up the middle. Diamond picked it off right in front of his nose. And then he struck out in the 6th. Committed a big error on the warning track just a few moments ago. But for his sake, he's glad that James Shields did not allow the go-ahead run. Hit into the corner. It's another hit for Zobrist. He'll round first. And he'll go to second with a 2-out double. Zobrist, who, as we said in the 6th inning, right before he struck out, he just looks dangerous up there again, and he cracks a double.
I kind of tommyhawked that one right there. Hit a line drive into that corner in right field. A fastball. Good solid swing. Mastroeni gets it back in. Zobrist picking up his second hit.
Evan Longoria singled in 3 trips today.
Now this is where you want to be careful right here. With the game on the line, you have a clutch type hitter in Longoria up at the plate.
Off the plate, ball 1.
You do not want this guy to beat you late in a ball game.
Kempinger hitting behind him is homered, doubled. The double came on the little fly ball in front of Denard Span. To center. Revere coming in to end the inning. A scoreless 8th pitch by Jared Burton.
Minneapolis, 3-3 the score, and we're going to break it all down with Tim Laudner and Kevin Gorg on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll talk about the pitchers' duel. Both pitchers go 7 innings and give up a combined total of 6 runs. Ron Gardenhire's post-game thoughts are coming your way, as they always do. And our instructional today with our experts are going to talk about the pickoff move, and maybe Tim Laudner and Bert Blyleven can recreate another 1-3-6, 3-6, 3-4 pickoff that took place earlier in this ballgame just a couple innings ago. So Dick and Bert got a tight one down the stretch, and one update to Denard Span. He was officially diagnosed as right shoulder pain immediately, and he will receive a precautionary x-ray. So we hope to bring you an update if we have one available with Ron Gardner on the post-game show, and certainly you'll have it before tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, thank you, Robbie. Hopefully Denard Span is going to be okay, and I guess we're not doing the old hide and seek in the instruction. Darn it. Well, Peralta coming into the ballgame. He worked in last night's ballgame, worked the 8th inning. A 1-2-3 8th inning through 10 pitches, 6 for strikes, making his 55th relief appearance.
He'll face Bauer, Willingham, and Morneau.
Well, we saw from Peralta last night, very nasty split finger fastball.
Off the plate, ball 1.
A very good bullpen by the Rays, combined 3.09 earned run average.
This guy tough against both righties and lefties. He'll face a lefty, a righty, and another lefty here in the 8th. 2-0.
That split finger right there, landing in front of home plate. Peralta in his 2nd season with the Rays. Came up with the Angels back in 2005 out of Dominican Republic. Originally signed by the Oakland A's back in 1996.
Low, and it's 3-0.
Peralta's shown pretty good control. Only 10 walks, 1 intentional in 47 innings pitched, with 60 strikeouts. Willingham on deck.
At the knees, 3-1. Have had leadoff men on in each of the last 3 innings, but have not been able to break the 3-3 tie. Bauer becomes the 4th leadoff man in a row to reach in the second half of the ball game. AT&T trivia.
Well, they had Roberto Hernandez. He had saved a lot of ball games, but
Soriano is my guess. Now doing it for the Yankees, doing a great job of it. It'll be interesting. There's still an outside chance that Mariano Rivera will come back this year, but it looks like the Yankees will get into the playoffs, and they'll get into it with Soriano as their closer.
Well, there's a great example right there. He saved 45 ball games, became a free agent. Rays couldn't sign him, and then he signed a huge contract with the Yankees. So you lose good players because of the lack of fan interest in Tampa Bay.
And it is that. There's a distinct lack of interest in the franchise there. They've had a pretty good product on the field for a number of years now, and their attendance has not been very good at all. 1-0 to Willingham. Doubled to the gap in right center, leading off the 6th, but only got as far as third base. Slow breaking ball over for a strike.
Now Joe Mauer has to take a pretty good lead. Look for maybe, that split finger like he did on the 2nd pitch to Joe, maybe in the dirt. So Joe might be able to advance. So that's what you want to look for right here.
1-1 to Willingham. Popped up, backing out of play. been Minnesota's clutchest hitter late in ball games. Mentioned earlier the big home run against Aroldis Chapman in late June in Cincinnati. Checked his swing, we think. Very close. Now Pena comes to the mound. He wants to have a word with Peralta.
Josh holding up right there.
Twins have had 4 walk-off hits, 2 of them provided by Willingham. 2-2 with the Twins' designated hitter. 3-2. What do you do with Mauer here? Willingham very strikeout prone. Mauer didn't run particularly well.
Pena coming in and letting Peralta know what he's going to do right here.
Morneau on deck. Three and 2 to Willingham. Bauer goes. Willingham strikes out. Bauer steals second base. So Bauer gets into scoring position after the strikeout.
Yeah, maybe it looked like a split finger. Good throw right there, but Joe Mauer on 3-2 took off, steals his 6th base of the year. Robiton's throw pretty good, but Joe got that foot on the bag before the knee could be tagged.
Morneau with a 2-run home run in the second. Since then, a strikeout and a ground ball in the second. First base now open and Doman on deck. And they will walk Morneau. So an unintentional walk, now an intentional walk, puts 2 men aboard for Doman.
Well, just like I said in the top of the inning with Burton, you know, with the runner at second, Zobrist, and then Longoria up. I know Longoria doesn't have the at-bats yet since he missed 85 ball games, but, you know, Justin swinging a hot bat. Make Doman try to beat you.
Doman's never faced Peralta. So now Bauer and Morneau at second and first, and Doman, who's 1 for 3 today, will come up with a chance to drive in an awfully big run or 2 or 3. Doman 1 for 3, the average of 293. Again, Bernard Span, the only Twin to have hit more doubles so far this year than Doman. To left, Jennings is there, and Doman, it's a screaming line drive for out number 2.
Boy, he hit it sharply right there, but right at the left fielder Jennings for the second out.
Similar to Mastroianni's ball in the 7th. Casilla hit one with Willingham at third and 2 down in the 6th, same spot.
Yeah, pitch away, Doman taking it the other way, but a line drive out.
In the 6th, it was Casilla with Willingham at third, 2 away, and Casilla hitting as a right-handed batter. No, as a left-handed batter, hit the line drive to just about the same spot on the field to end the inning. See, it pops it up. Short center field. It's the shortstop Rodriguez with the catch. Twins get a couple of walks again. Threaten to score, but can't get it done. Tied at 3 going to the 9th inning now, and Glenn Perkins, since there won't be a save situation anymore, comes in to pitch the 9th. Keppinger, Pena, and Roberts will face Perkins here in the 9th.
Yeah, Perkins making his 51st relief appearance. He last worked on Tuesday in Cleveland, one shutout inning. Picked up his 7th save in that outing in the 7-5 win over the Indians.
Cloudy sky here. It hasn't been the best of series for the Minnesota Twins, but they can keep the Rays off the scoreboard here in the top of the 9th. A walk-off winner in the bottom of the 9th. That'd be a perfect way to end this series for the Twins and their fans. Keppinger, Pena, and Roberts. One strike now to Keppinger. Fly ball right field, looks harmless enough. Mastroianni for the first out. Again, the Twins bullpen last night in defeat. Perfect 3 innings, 9 batters, 9 outs, and so far today, Zobrist did get a 2-out double in the 8th, but Burton stranded him. And now Perkins gets the first batter of the night.
I think what we're seeing, though, too, Dick, is, Burton's worked the last 2 days in a row. Perkins hasn't worked since Tuesday, so they're getting a little extra rest. Alex Burnett came in last night. He hadn't worked in about 5 days. Tyler Robertson came in. He hadn't worked in 3 or 4 days just to face that one batter. Ended up getting a strikeout.
That pitch missed. Pretty good pitch, but it's called ball 1. Boston did beat Cleveland 14-1. Danny Valencia's Boston debut. He went 0 for 4 as their third baseman.
He did drive in a run.
High fastball. Vicious swing and a miss. Baltimore beat Kansas City 5-3. So the team above the Twins and the team tied with them. Kansas City crawled into a tie with the Twins before play today. They have lost.
Well, how about that story in Baltimore? They are hanging in there, aren't they?
Call up a 20-year-old kid. He hits 2 home runs yesterday. Has another one today. Machado, 1-1. And now 1-2. Pena 0 for 3. This is his 4th at bat against a left-handed pitcher, with Diamond striking him out in the 6th and getting a couple of ground balls to first.
Always that threat of the long ball with Pena, even though he has not hit lefties very hard. 6 of his 15 home runs have come off of left-handed pitchers.
2-2. High fly to deep center. Revere drifting back. Out number 2. He got under it, but he gets under everything. He just didn't pull it enough. 2 down. And that'll bring up Ryan Roberts.
Roberts a couple hits in the ball game, a double in the 5th, and then a single in the 7th, and then got picked off by Scott Diamond.
Over for strike 1. Fastball sailing up and away. Outside corner, and it's 2-1. Three and 1 with Rodriguez on deck. Looks like Oakland's going to lose. White Sox are leading them 7-2 in the 7th inning. Oakland and Tampa Bay tied for the wild card lead beginning play today. Perkins issues a walk to right-hitting Ryan Roberts. That'll bring up Rodriguez. Rodriguez with an RBI double. Drilled a double to the gap in right center. Up and in, ball 1. Drill, foul. Rodriguez all over that fastball. 1-1. One and 1 to Sean Rodriguez. And that hit him. Bauer scampering after the ball, as well as Morneau. Unsure whether the hit by pitch was called. It was. So now first and second, 2 down.
First 2 outs came pretty easy, but right here, Roberts the walk, and then the breaking ball down and in at the back foot of Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez, after the 2-out walk to Roberts, helps create kind of a ticklish situation now with Lobaton the batter. Lobaton 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. The Twins with a threat every inning since the 5th, since the 4th actually, to add to their 3-run total. And they haven't been able to get a clutch hit. And now the Rays are in a situation where they're looking for a clutch hit.
And Perkins right now has kind of lost the strike zone.
Misfiring 16 pitches, just 7 strikes. One and 0 to Lobaton. High pop up. Casilla calls for it. Well, made it interesting there, didn't he?
Can of corn, can of corn.
For the 5th inning, well, the Rays tied it up, and now they'll bring in the veteran right-hander Kyle Farnsworth.
Yeah, Farnsworth started the season right on the disabled list, had right elbow strain, not activated until June 30th, making just his 14th relief appearance. Farnsworth, they thought he was going to be the closer coming out of spring training. He had 25 saves last year for the Rays, but then the elbow flared up, and that opened the door for Fernando Rodney, and he has been outstanding. 35 saves, the most in the American League.
We'll see how patient Brian Dozier and the other Twins hitters are. Farnsworth, although in the last few years he's done a much better job avoiding walks. He, as you saw, is in limited duty, issued more than his share here in 2012. Dozier, Carroll, and Mastroianni are due up. Twins have already probably used their bench. They won't use Drew Butera because he's the backup catcher. And the only other bench player is Tsuyoshi Nishioka. And Farnsworth starts Dozier with a strike.
Yeah, Farnsworth with a very good sinking fastball, hard slider, and a split finger. In his second season with the Rays, his 14th major league season.
And he missed with the breaking pitch. One and one to the shortstop, gobbled up by Rodriguez. One down. Twins, as we said a few moments ago, have had 4 walk-off wins. Late May against Oakland, Willingham's 3-run homer with 2 out in the 9th. Then a little more than a week later against the Cubs here, Willingham with a single in the bottom of the 10th. In mid-June against Milwaukee, Denard Span with a single in the bottom of the 15th.
15th inning, yeah.
And then in late July against the White Sox, a sacrifice fly walking off the White Sox. Carroll up the middle. Nice stoppage short by Rodriguez. And actually he just slowed it down. So Carroll now aboard with an infield hit. and 1 out of the ninth.
Yeah, looked like Rodriguez shading him to pull a little bit. Carroll hits his ball up the middle, and Rodriguez going to his left, dove for it, and then in the exchange, ball kind of slipped out. Nice effort right there by Rodriguez. But Carroll picks up his first hit of the ball game.
So now Mastroianni, first plate appearance, he hit a line drive to the left fielder Jennings in the game because of an injury to Denard Span's shoulder. Down and away, ball 1. Span had gone 1 for 3. Double and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. Twins haven't scored since Span scored in the 3rd. And Carroll with a belly flop back to the bag.
Carroll again at first base, 6 stolen bases in 9 attempts. Couple throwovers. Yeah, Pena kind of, ball was high. He expected a little bit low. Pena able to hit it. Pointing at Jerry White saying, I just saved your life right there.
I got you covered. 1-0 to Mastroianni. Fly ball right field. Zobrist camps under it. Out number 2. So that'll bring up Ben Revere, who came up in a key spot in the 7th with the go-ahead run at 3rd and 2 down. And he hit a ground ball to 3rd. Revere now hitless in his last 10 at bats. For 4 today, and the average down to 315.
Well, he finally qualified for that batting race, you know, and he's got enough at bats. Now he's struggling at the plate. Yeah, keep it going.
Like for the longest time there, he's good for 2 hits a game.
Yeah, you kind of go through that, and you know, just need a little dying quail somewhere. Twins would like a gapper right here, extra base hit.
Close eye on Carroll. That's not a bad idea. Revere will hit some doubles and triples, but basically a singles hitter. And so you can understand why the Rays are very interested in keeping Carroll at first. And Revere takes strike 1. Yet another runner into scoring position. Hoping to bring him around to win the ball game. Revere with a foul, 2 strikes.
A good swing right there by Ben, calling it straight back.
A glance at 2 strikes to Revere. Twins saw Mauer steal second in the 8th inning. And now Carroll goes. Got a good jump on the pitch, grounded right to the shortstop. And that'll end the inning. We'll have extra innings. At least one on Sunday afternoon in Minneapolis. jerky all season long. Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side. It's come to a battle of the bullpens now, and both bullpens have gotten some big outs. We move to the 10th inning, and Alex Burnett will face Jennings, Upton, and Zobrist.
Well, Alex Burnett starting the 10th inning here, making his 49th relief appearance. He worked here on Friday night, 2/3 of an inning, came in, got 2 huge outs. And the Twins are 5-2 in extra inning ball games. The Rays are 3-4.
Jennings with a home run to start the ball game. Since then, 0 for 2 with a walk. Upton 0 for 3 with a walk, and Zobrist 2 for 4. And every ball he's put in play has been hit on the barrel. Get me over breaking ball. Strike 1. Fastball just off the plate, 1-1. So much more at stake in terms of a playoff race for the Rays than the Twins, but nevertheless, Twins want to start winning some ball games at home. 2-1. Twins playing just under 500 on the road, but at home 11 games below 500.
You know, in this time of the year, too, when you look at the record of the Twins, 15 games under 500, you want to be a spoiler. You know, that's all that's left. You know, the Rays have won 4 of the 5 between these 2 ball clubs. This is their last meeting this year.
3-1 to Jennings. Up the middle and a base hit. The Twins haven't been able to score with their leadoff men on. Now the Twins will hope that the Rays can't do anything with their leadoff single.
Yeah, Jennings, the speedster at first base, 20 stolen bases, been caught only 1 time. Joe's going to go through more than 1 sign. Just make sure, I'm sure what the indicator is. Casilla coming in, making sure that he can see it.
Here's Upton. Down and away, ball 1 with Upton showing bunt.
Tom Foley, the third base coach, going through signs.
There he goes. Mauer's throw on the bag. Safe at second. He overslid the bag. And Dozier reapplied the tag, but not in time.
Yeah, so many times, you know, speedster like that, you want to keep the glove near the bag. And Dozier momentum takes him over towards second base. Good, strong throw. And Dozier kind of showing the umpire that he got him. But if he stays with it, Jennings may be called out. So Jennings doing the old Ben Revere, sliding through the bag, trying to get that foot to hook on the bag, but it does come off right there.
1-1 the count to Upton. Getting down into a bit of a squat, but taking it for ball 2.
Jennings stealing his 21st base of the year in 22 attempts.
I believe, if I understand Tim McClellan correctly, the count is 1-2. Yeah, every once in a while those field microphones come in handy. Time called. Upton got time just as Burnett was breaking from the stretch.
A lot of times home plate umpires will not give hitters time when that pitcher is in a set position.
But your responsibility as a hitter in asking for it is waiting.
Yeah.
Remember the frightening situation with Brendan Harris and the Twins a couple years ago where he asked for time, put his head down, the umpire didn't grant him time, and thankfully the pitch was over the plate for a strike. Burnett thought he threw a strike there. It's 2-2.
Neither team doing a very good job with runners in scoring position here this afternoon.
Three and two. Well, Glenn Parkins had a hard time throwing strikes, and now Burnett's delivered 10 pitches, only 4 strikes. Just inside. So that fills first base. First and second, nobody out.
Hey, tried the breaking ball right there and missed inside.
So now Zobrist, who woke up sometime between Friday night and Saturday night's game and is on his usual hitting tear against the Twins.
We still have to look for the bunt right here. Zobrist with one sacrifice. Evan Longoria on deck. Morneau, Carroll looking for the possible bunt. I don't think he bunts here.
I don't either. No. There's a strike because he's hitting so well. If he succeeds in bunting, Longoria gets walked.
Right.
Then you set up another double play off the bat of Keppinger. One strike. Burnett working ahead in his critical at bat.
There's the bunt.
Burnett fires to first. A sacrifice advancing the runners. When the Rays pitched to the Twins in the 8th, once a runner got to second base and first base was open, Morneau was intentionally walked, and it worked out great. So we'll see if that's what the Twins do here at Longoria.
They're going to go ahead and walk him here. Thought I saw Gardy kind of show Joe 4 fingers. Yep, Joe with that right hand out.
So Longoria will fill the bases with the intentional walk. Burnett will pitch to Keppinger, and then if Pena comes up this inning, the Twins are warming up Tyler Robertson. Robertson in the foreground, Fiend in the background. So now they're loaded up with one down, and Keppinger, who's had a good day at the plate, a home run and a double. He led off the second inning and made it 2-0 very quickly.
Yeah, this off of Scott Diamond, a high fastball hitting it over that wall in left field. That gave the Rays an early 2-0 lead, but then Justin's 2-run home run in the bottom of the inning tied it.
Sam Fuld is going to come in and pinch run for Longoria. And now Joe Madden is coming out. He's going to talk with Tim McClellan about the change. Scott Diamond induced 3 ground ball double plays, and now Alex Burnett will try to get one.
Yeah, one of them coming off of Keppinger, that in the 4th inning.
Morneau well off the bag and in on the edge of the grass at first. Chopper to short. And just one play to be made. And the run scores. So Dozier charged, and if Longoria was still the runner, they might have been able to get the force at second, but still would not have gotten the double play there, I don't think.
Well, Jennings pretty quick at third base. Take a look right here. That ball hit. Jennings off with the crack of the bat. Don't think he had a play at home. It would have been a force out at home. Keppinger picking up an RBI. Gives the Rays a 4-3 lead. Ron Gardenhire coming out.
With Pena due up and the Twins down a run, they'll bring Tyler Robertson in to pitch to him. You know, the way you set up your infield, corner infielders, if that ball's hit to either one of them, they come home. But they're in close enough to get the force play at home. Play the middle infielders back for a conventional ground ball double play. It's just that it wasn't hit hard enough. Tyler Robertson will come in and try to get Carlos Pena and keep this a 1-run game. We'll tell you more about Tyler Robertson when we come back. That way.
Well, he did that the other night or last night when he came in and struck out Matt Joyce in the 7th inning. The only batter he faced, making his 20th appearance. Kind of look at that play again. You wonder if Dozier had a play at home because, you know, it's just a force out. Joe could have just, you know, Joe becomes like a first baseman at home.
Hit a long way foul. Take another look at it.
You know, it's up to see Dozier not all the way back. He charges this ball right here. And I don't know. You know, good strong throw to home. Could they have gotten Jennings? It's a decision that the player has to make, and Dozier decided that he couldn't make that play and got the out at first.
One strike to Pena. Check swing. 1-1. Twins are due to have the middle of their lineup hit in the 10th inning. Very likely against Fernando Rodney now that the Rays have taken the lead. And Pena hit by a pitch. So Robertson brought in to get Pena, and instead he hits him. Well, the Twins might have to go back to the bullpen to finish off the inning here.
Well, you see so many sliders from Robertson, and Pena, I'm sure, looking that, and that running fastball came in. Bauer wanting it inside, but got a piece of the ribs of Pena.
So the bases are reloaded with 2 outs. And Robertson will come out with the inning still going. And Ryan Roberts will hit. And we'll have another pitching change.
Casey Fiend coming in.
Yep. Chances to get that 4th run through the late innings, and now the Rays have gotten it. Casey Fiend will try to keep this a 4-3 game.
Yeah, Casey Fiend worked in last night's ball game. 1 shutout inning, had a couple strikeouts through 20 pitches, 16 for strikes. Done a very good job since he's been called up from AAA. 4 walks, 2 intentional walks, but 13 strikeouts in the 15 and the 3rd innings. They only allowed 9 hits.
Strikes me as a relief pitcher who is on the attack. I mean, he just throws strikes, has some stuff, and has had good results so far. He comes in with the bases loaded and 2 out, facing Ryan Roberts. And he hits the outside corner.
A good slider right there for strike 1. Fiend did not face Roberts last night.
We haven't seen too many first pitch fastballs when these pitchers come into the game.
Well, I think the Rays have shown that they're jumping on that first fastball.
Now 2 strikes. Again, on the bottom of the 10th, the Twins are due to send up Mauer, Willingham, and Morneau. Two strikes, Fiend to Roberts. Very high and outside. One and 2. Another foul. Chicago has beaten Oakland. And again, Oakland and Tampa Bay started the day. tied for the wild card lead, a half game ahead of Baltimore and Detroit. Detroit is losing. Baltimore has won. One and two to Roberts. Breaking ball under the glove of Morneau. It'll score one. Mastroianni's throw to the plate not in time. It'll score two. And now run down here, and a high throw allows Roberts to get back. So a big hit by Roberts, driving in two more runs, and the Rays have a 3-run lead.
Yeah, Ryan Roberts picking up his third hit, taking that breaking ball the other way underneath the glove of Justin in the right field. Mastroianni comes in, and Joe stepping up and thinking that they've got Roberts in a rundown, except Roberts gets back to first. So the inside out swing, base hit to right, scores Upton and Sam Fold.
Roberts has got an issue at first base. Don't know if he got some dirt in his eyes. So Alex Burnett charged with all 3 runs here. And Matt Joyce will hit. Pounded foul. The hit that Roberts just got is the hit the Twins were looking for anyway from the 4th inning on. They had a runner in scoring position in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Yeah. And you know what, though, and the Rays also had opportunities to get a game-winning hit in 9 innings. They just did it here right now in the 10th.
Down and away, 1-1. And now 1-2. Because the Twins have Mauer, Willingham, and Morneau in the switch hitter. Domet perhaps hitting in the bottom of the inning. It's now J.P. Howell warming up for the Rays. Rodney was warming up. Off the plate, 2-2. A very long top of the 10th. On my 8th piece of Jack Link's beef jerky over here. That's to center, and Revere can't make the play. It gets behind him. And it'll be a double for Joyce. And the inning continues. Pena coming in from third base, and it's a 4-run lead.
Yeah, Matt Joyce, who had a couple home runs in game 1 and 2 here in this series, continues this inning for the Rays, picking up a RBI double as Revere comes in, and the ball got by him. Roberts stops at third base. Carlos Pena scoring that run charged to Tyler Robertson.
Lobaton will hit when for the balance of this season. When we talk about Casey Fiend, we won't be telling you. The grounder, Dorno with a nice catch. Fiend at the bag, but the Rays get some big 2-out hits to open up a 4-run lead.
Bad inning for the Twins. Our Jimmy John's delivery of the game. It's Keppinger, Jeff Keppinger, a home run in his first at bat, a double in the sixth, and then in that 4-run 10th inning, he drove in the go-ahead run with that infield out. J.P. Howell coming out of the bullpen.
Howell will come in with a 4-run lead, not a save situation. He'll face Mauer, Willingham, and Morneau.
Yeah, Howell pitched here on Friday night through one shutout inning. Did give up a hit and a walk through 26 pitches, 16 for strikes.
Of course, the hope was the Twins would pitch a scoreless top of the 10th, and then you've got your 3, 4, and 5 batters due up. As it is, if the Twins are going to get this game tied up, this will be the first of 2 plate appearances for Mauer, maybe, this inning. Ball 1, strike 1, I beg your pardon. Elliott Johnson made a good play on Mauer in last night's game. He's the new shortstop. Dribbled up the line, foul, 2 strikes. Mauer 1 for 3 with a walk.
Yeah, J.P. Howell coming into this outing right here, current 22-inning scoreless streak. It's tied for the longest by a reliever in Rays franchise history. Fernando Rodney had one earlier.
Strikes out, 1 away.
Hard slider down and away. Howell gets his first out on a strikeout. Good hard slider. Mauer going out of his swing zone to try to hit that.
Here's Willingham. Reached on an error, struck out twice and doubled. Ball 1. Willingham now with 107 strikeouts on the season and 103 hits. Willingham not in the top 10 in strikeouts. Adam Dunn with 166. Curtis Granderson and Carlos Pena each with 138 coming into play today. Pena struck out twice today.
Well, you want the long ball, you want the RBIs. Sometimes that comes with strikeouts.
1-1. Two and 1. It'll reach the seats, 2-2.
J.P. Howell missed all of the 2010 season with shoulder surgery. He's in his 7th season with the Rays. Originally came up with the Royals back in 2005. Here they're a Royals #1 pick, a left-hander at that. I mean, over the years we have never seen a left-hander in our Royals bullpen. They were looking for lefties.
Might have had Jeremy Affeldt for a time, but they probably were teasing him with being a starting pitcher.
Back and forth, yeah.
3-2 to Willingham. And a walk. We'll get Morneau to the plate with the man on. For Willingham, his 61st walk taken this year. Second only to Joe Mauer on the team. Down the middle of strike. Morneau with a game-tying 2-run homer in the second. Since then, 0 for 2. He was intentionally walked in the 8th. And the strategy worked well for Joe Madden. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Good change up there. 81 mile an hour change up.
Busted his bat, but he drops a hit down the left field line. So first and second, one away. We'll see where this leads us with Doman coming to the plate.
Justin picking up his second hit. Howell ahead in the count. I think he tried to go back to that slider that struck out Mauer. And I don't know if you can get off the end of the bat any more than that right there. And be rewarded.
Doma 1 for 4.
Now Fernando Rodney getting back up.
For a new pitcher right now would be a save situation with the tying run in the on-deck circle, but not for Howell. You can't pitch yourself into a save situation. It'd be nice if you could. Take those numbers into arbitration every year. Make a lot more money that way. And a strike, 1-1. And the only thing that has kept Rodney from entering the game here might be the feeling that Doman is less dangerous as a right-handed batter than a left-handed batter. And he takes up and in, 2-1. 2-1 to Doman. Pulled foul, 2-2. Behind Doman, put Casillas scheduled to hit. And again, the Twins really don't have much of a bench with Drew Butera and Tsuyoshi Nishioka. But Nishioka hasn't been used since the series finale in Cleveland and is not a power hitter anywhere. Foul the other way. You know, a year ago, Twins still had Jim Thome, on the roster and available many games off the bench.
Well, again, with the Twins carrying 13 pitchers, really kind of ties the hand of Ron Gardenhire. Not a lot of moves off that bench.
Span taken out of the game because of injury. Doman battling Howell, 2-2. Ouch. Out there. Save. Brian Runge with an indecisive call, but the correct one eventually.
Yeah, Doman getting jammed right there. They tried to turn a quick double play, but Doman hustling down that line, staying out of the double play. Morneau is forced out at second base. You see the shattering of that bat.
See, Brian Runge was ready to call him out, but then call him safe. That's kind of what happened to Tim Welke down the left field line. They got Joe Girardi all upset the other night. Rodney comes into a save situation. He needs one out to get it. is on the on-deck circle. So Joe Madden brings Fernando Rodney into the ball game to try to pick up one of the easiest saves he has gotten in his career.
Yeah, Rodney got the save in last night's ball game. 1 shutout inning, 11 pitches, 8 for strikes. He's leading the American League in saves with 35.
Twins need a single from Casilla and a blast from Dozier. Just like that, it's tied up. Casilla 0 for 4 in the ball game. 1 for 11 in the series. And inside ball 1. Suddenly second base has been a very unproductive position for the Twins. The 3 games in Cleveland when Nishioka was there, and now Casilla is struggling with the bat.
Yeah, they're the save leaders in Major League Baseball. Rodney right on top.
1-0 to Casilla. Change up taken for a strike. Inside, 2-1.
I read one time where Rodney says he wears his hat that way because with a runner at first, it looks like he's looking over there more.
Yeah. I think we discussed that earlier, and you said, well, with a runner at second, why did he turn his cap around backwards?
Right.
Yeah. Good idea. Pena scoops it up, and the Rays come to Minnesota and sweep the Twins. And now are the wild card leaders in the American League. Kevin Gorg, the Rays scoring in the first inning again here today, and then they did all the scoring at the end of the ball game in the 10th.
Was the story of the series. The Rays put in the front end. It was a good pitcher's duel today. We'll break it down for you on Twins Live, presented by Century Link. We'll hear from Ron Gardner. We'll get an update on the injured Gerard Span. We'll preview tomorrow's game with Detroit.